Welcome to Bastard Quest. I'm your game bastard, Kyle.
I'm Todd.
I'm Corey.
I'm Austin.
Today we are playing Root, the role-playing game from Magpie Games, based on the Root, a game of woodland might and right, which is a board game by Leader Games.
Yeah, we're now your exclusive home to games featuring anthropomorphic animals.
Yeah.
Everything flipped after that 50th episode.
Yeah.
So Root, the board game, is a strategy game where you take the role of either cats or eagles or mice or something.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be really good. I've never played it, but I'm told by people who know that it's quite interesting. All the different factions fight very differently, but this is the role-playing game. War has returned to the woodland. The Marquis de Cat led her armies to victory over many of the clearings, but the eerie dynasties rise again to oppose her. Cat versus birds, classic conflict.
Yeah.
And the mice, rabbits, and foxes of the woodland do not sit idly by. The Woodland Alliance emerges, a homegrown rebellion to free the woodland from any oppressors.
Yeah. This was actually written by beloved character actor Stephen Root.
It definitely wasn't.
Yeah.
But yes.
Beastie Boys wrote a song about it.
Root down.
All the characters are voiced by Hugh Laurie.
So in this game, the players are vagabonds. They're not directly aligned when your campaign begins. The assumption is they're not directly aligned with any of the factions. And they do jobs that nobody else can or will and choose whom they serve, if anyone, and tip the balance of the war.
So we're mercenaries. Basically. Yeah. Cool.
Mercenaries, cutthroats, ne'er-do-wells,
Cute ones.
adorable ones.
Yeah.
Laggards.
We have fleas, though.
Austin, what adorable woodland creature are you?
I'm Elwood, the archer. Actually, no, it's not archer. It's arbiter.
Yes.
That's a little different.
So
The ombudsman, if you will.
/ spear carrier.
So what are you?
I'm a badger.
Well, that's not really a cute animal.
No, he's a little vicious, honestly.
Badgers are cute when you're watching them on TV from 2,000 miles away.
Yeah.
If you're hiking through the woods and you see one waddling towards you, just run.
Yeah.
So what is Elwood's deal?
The blues.
I was about to say, yeah.
Elwood is all about honor and sticking up for the little guy. He was kind of alienated in his old hometown, and it was because he was kind of a peasant hanging out with children of one of the heads of society.
Yeah. Austin's playing another predator.
When he was a child.
Oh, I see.
Well, I believe the noble bird in this case that discriminated against you was Alton Goshawk, was it not?
That's correct. So I was hanging out with his children, and when he discovered that we were friends, slowly made my life harder until I was forced to go into exile. And so now I trope the countryside looking for other discrimination and injustices to fight against.
Yeah, so that would be Alton Herc Goshawk, who did you wrongly.
All right.
Pay attention, listener. That's going to be important. Corey? What are you?
I'm a Pisces.
Sure.
I get upset easily. I'm Xander the Vagrant. I am a possum.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Basically, I think he's kind of a thief, is kind of what I'm gathering from his sheet here.
He fits vagabond most succinctly.
Yeah, he's a con artist, trickster, rabble rouser. He used to date, I don't know if she's kin to the guy that kicked Austin out of town, but Mina Goshawk.
Yeah, it's daughter.
Yeah, he used to date her.
Oh.
Yeah, after she was 18. But he was 6. It was weird.
Well, in possum years, that's it's like 32. Todd, what do you got?
I am Gratte, the scoundrel. Gratte is French for scratch. I am a house cat.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I like to break things and burn things, much like your famous American, the Monsieur Beavis.
What?
What?
Monsieur Beavis.
Beavis and Butt?
And the Butthead.
Oh,
okay.
I see. Yeah.
Yes, I like to burn things very much. I was mentored by the Silent Paw herself.
Yeah.
But we have become separated, and I hear she might be in the area again, so I would like to meet up with my mentor again and break shit along the way.
So those are our woodland creatures. Definitely cuddly and terrifying. So the Root RPG is a Powered by the Apocalypse system.
Which we have not played yet.
We have not.
Yeah.
Powered by the Apocalypse was a game by Vincent Baker, I think. Hopefully I'm getting the name of the designer right. Came out a decade ago, and lots of games have been built on that. So the core mechanic is pretty simple. You roll 2 6-sided dice, 2d6, to do when you do a move, which a move is any proactive thing in which a character is trying to accomplish something. Like persuade an NPC, figure someone out, trick somebody, trust somebody, stab somebody, whatever.
Burn something.
Burn, start a fire. Yeah, those are all moves. If you roll a 10 or better, that's a full hit. You get whatever you were trying to accomplish. And you'll have attributes on your sheet. Like if you're trying to hit somebody with a sword, you might add your might. Those can be between -1 to +3.
Yeah, notable that we're using pre-generated characters that came with the set.
Yes.
There's no complicated breakdown of skills or anything. We are down to basic 5 main attributes.
Yeah, this is from the Pelaniki Glade Quick Start, if you're into that sort of thing. If you roll a 7 to 9, that's a partial hit, which means you're going to get your way, but there's going to be a cost, a complication, or some other consequences. If you roll a 6 or less, that is a miss, and something bad happens to you, which, I mean, you fail, so everything goes pear-shaped. And those are the core rules. That's the long and short of it. There's lots of ways those are modified.
And we have weapons and stuff, too,
Yeah.
that do things, yeah.
There's harm in this game, which there's multiple types of harm. There's exhaustion, injury, depletion, or wear. Depletion is you're using goods. Like if you can basically say, I have any kind of basic item and just mark a box of depletion. If you fail a roll and you're just trying to use a tool or something, it might take wear. If you get hit in the face, that could be an injury. If you get tired, that's exhaustion. And as you mark those things, let's say if you mark all your boxes of injury and you need to mark another one, some condition occurs where it says, mark injury, and you can't, that means you're either dead or dying. If you can't mark exhaustion, you pass out. If you can't mark wear, your weapon breaks, et cetera, et cetera.
I can die 9 times.
Well, there's that.
Sure. I mean, questions.
Why?
Well,
Why did we even start doing this podcast?
I needed an excuse to play games.
Yeah, that's true. And that fat Patreon money. Speaking of which,
Yes.
we're playing with dice sent to us by our Patreon member, Eric Daniels. He's from Norse Foundry. And dear Lord, he sent us some cool shit. Like, we each got a bag of die from Norse Foundry, and these things are fucking sturdy. I mean...
Yeah, they are metal dice, which...
Oh, yeah, just listen to this.
Oh, man. Listen to that baby purr.
They are heavy. They have weight to them.
Yeah.
You could cut something, I mean...
They're
Yeah.
metal? Is that what you said?
They're metal.
Yeah.
I thought they somehow put more gravity in them.
I suppose technically they did.
Well,
So I know it's cliche to talk about D4s being, caltrops in the RPG community.
These are legitimate. Like, Corey could throw these as a ninja.
They are
Yeah.
terrifying. I would not. I don't want these on my floor.
yeah.
All right.
But they're awesome die. Thank you again to Eric at Norse Foundry. Check out their website because there's a lot of cool stuff on there. There's coins. There's scented dye I
Yeah.
saw in there. That's fucking awesome.
They sent me a gun.
What?
Yeah, it just a note. It said, "I hate Todd," and I
Oh,
don't.
Yeah.
wow.
I don't know what it means.
Yeah.
I've got it.
If we would have known about the scented dye beforehand, we could have got dung flavored dye for this game.
Oh, yeah. Or what? Forest flavored, pine flavored, pine flavored.
Catnip.
Trash
What-
for the possum.
For catnip, for the human equivalent, wouldn't that just be cocaine?
Pretty much, yeah.
So the three of you have been a vagabond band existing in the wilderness between clearings. Clearings are what they are basically villages in the woodland, built in the spaces between trees. So there is a war going on between the Marquita Cat and the Aries,
Aryan Nation?
the Aryan Nation, the Erie dynasties, which Erie meaning like a high place. They're birds, eagles and owls and what have you.
The Aarons.
Yeah.
I get it.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys have done so. You go searching through old ruins out in the wilderness. You've done some basic jobs here and there for one faction or another. But most recently, you have been contacted by the Silent Paw. Through, of course, her attempting to make contact with her protege, Scratch. She is sending you into Pelaniki Glade. So Pelaniki Glade has been technically neutral, if not officially. It is ruled by an eerie family called the
Adams
Goshhawks.
family.
The Goshhawks. The Goshhawks are in some disarray. Certain members of them want to maintain their neutrality. Some want to join with the other Erie dynasties.
So Switzerland.
Yeah, in some way. And it is profited by the conflict and not being directly involved in it.
Like Switzerland.
Like Switzerland. So the Silent Paw, now the Silent Paw is a cat, but from her actions in the past, it's not clear if she is actually in favor of the Marquis de Cat or is simply an agent of chaos.
Most cats are agents of chaos.
Yes. She wants you to assassinate the mayor, Alton Herc Goshhawk. Infiltrate Pelaniki Glade, assassinate the mayor, and the key you need to consider is that there needs to be a great deal of question of who killed him. There are multiple factions in Pelaniki Glade, and she wants to incite chaos, so it needs to be unclear to the inhabitants who offed him. Because she doesn't want to pin it on any one faction, because she wants them all to accuse the other and fall into infighting.
Nice.
And then you need to escape. Any questions?
Nope, sounds good.
Okay. The sun spills down through a patchwork canopy of leaves, dappling the walls of the clearing with speckles of brilliant golden light. The walls of Pelaniki Glade themselves are well made, tall-cut planks of wood topped with perfectly symmetrical spikes. The gate is carved with the sigils of the Goshhawk family, a talon clutching a golden sun, along with figures of Goshhawk history and lore, all beautiful and expertly hewn. The air between the forest floor and the leaves above is filled with rope lines and hanging nets, strung to form geometric patterns from any perspective while providing both lines for birds to cross above the building below and a defense from any would-be avian attackers. Mouse burrows and homes dot the forest floor beneath the rope layers. Nothing shows any signs of the damage, destruction, or dilapidation that besets other clearings throughout the woodland. The war has left Pelaniki Glade untouched, as of yet. Though with your arrival, that may soon change. So the three of you have just entered the gates. You can see you're at the top of this low hill, and you can see Pelaniki Glade spreading out below you. An idyllic location, beautiful, well-kept. The majority of the population are mice. Now, en route, everything is anthropomorphic, so cats do not tower over mice. Everybody's basically the same size. The clearing sprawls out below you. It's early morning. You can see a couple of points of interest. You know of the Beer Burrow, which is a favorite watering hole for the glade. The glade is well policed, but they leave the Beer Burrow alone, because all of you have been here at one point or another. Some of you grew up here, of course. There's the Goshhawk home, the best private residence in the whole glade. It's up in the treetops, stretching across 3 different trees. All the Goshhawks have rooms there spread out so they don't have to see each other. Then there's the guardhouse. You can actually see that from where you stand just inside the main gate. The guardhouse, mostly mouse guards, but this is a large barracks just inside the gates. Then there's the mayor's office at the center of town, located in a central hollowed-out tree. That's where all the business of the glade is conducted, and you can see that from your current vantage point. You also know that there's an underground stream that runs beneath the glade. There's lots of tunnels that run in and out of it. The underground stream is a good source of fresh water. Not the only one in the glade, but one of the more prominent. And you also know it's frequently used by criminals to try to escape or run illicit goods down the stream. The Silent Paw is somewhere in Pelaniki Glade. You're not sure, but she indicated that she would be here after she's dispatched you. Others of you know prominent NPCs. Herc Goshhawk, the mayor, of course, would likely be found in the mayor's office or the Goshhawk residence high above. Mm-hmm. What do you guys want to do?
Hey, let's get shmammered at the bar.
Mais oui, mon ami. I could
Beer.
use a beer myself, yes.
I guess we could classify that under reconnoitering.
Yeah, we could
Let's go.
And we could write it off on our taxes. It's a business expense for motoring.
Elwood, you make sure you keep track of the receipts.
Okay.
The Beer Burrow doesn't have a door. There's just a big hole that leads underground under the roots of this large oak tree. And this early in the day, the tables are empty. There's a few mice at the bar chugging down ales. These are the hardcore alcoholics. The staff is there cleaning, getting ready to start the morning. You're the largest party there.
So, Scratch goes right up to the bar. I would like, beer, please.
Do you have anything gluten-free?
I would just like some honey.
I think that'd be mead.
I've never had that. Is that good?
It gets you fucked up.
I'll try it. I like honey.
The last time I drank the mead, I got so schmammered that I spent 2 hours in a corner licking my own asshole.
Well,
You did that on the way here.
So the bartender is a middle-aged mouse. She's got dark hair. She comes over. Beer, mead, gluten-free. There's no such thing as gluten-free beer.
there is, but it's terrible.
There's no such thing as it here.
Oh.
We fear God in this place.
Thus, I will just have, beer.
She starts pouring beers. She just puts just a normal beer in front of the possum.
When she sets the beer down in front of Scratch, he immediately just knocks it into the floor.
There you go.
You see the mouse janitor across the son of a bitch.
Well, he jumps down and licks it up. off the
Sure,
floor.
of course.
Right.
My name's Weeks. This is my joint. Let me know what you need. You fellas new in town?
Yeah, we just got here.
And you went immediately to a bar. My kind of people. Here, have another round. You'll pay for it. It's not on the house.
Hey, say, it's been a long time since we've been here. What's been happening in the town?
Oh, lots of controversy. You know how it is.
Oh?
Yeah. Some of the, Callum is back in town.
Who?
Callum.
Callum Goshawk?
Yeah.
What's he back for?
Well, he works for the Erie now. And he's trying to get Herc to go to war with the Erie.
Oh.
Alongside the Erie, against the cats. No offense, honey, she says to Scratch. Yeah, he's got shiny armor and a hat. He's all hoity-toity. She spits on the ground.
How does Herc feel about this?
Well, Herc's, he's Herc. He wants to just keep making money. I don't think he wants to go with the Erie, but you never know. They're making a lot of promises to him.
One more quick question, mon ami. Is there anywhere in town that has a tower wrapped in hemp rope or a couch or a chair or something that I can scratch with?
Where's the dumpsters in this town?
We have a cat room in the back.
Oh, fantastic.
Where's your dumpster?
No, sir. You go to some other establishment to rat through the refuse.
Okay, is there one you recommend?
I'd say Paddon's Porthouse.
Okay, cool.
I hate him.
Oh.
Did you say Paddington's Porthouse?
Paddon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's Patreon member Kevin Padden. Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah, and Weeks, of course, is based on a Patreon member as well.
Sean Weeks, thank you.
So yeah, go to Paddon. Look, he keeps them locked up. She rustles around her pocket and tosses you a key. That's a padlock to his dumpsters.
Don't worry about it, sweetie. I got one of these, and I
Pull out my lockpick.
Oh, okay. Well, you're one of those. Cat room's 5 bits. What can I get you? Anything? You badgers? What are you into?
Well, as long as there's no dachshunds around, I'm pretty much fine. Do you know if any of the rest of the Goshawk family is in town?
I mean, there's always Ellerby. She hangs around with her dad a lot.
Do you know a Goshawk named Mina?
So you will need to make a move to get her to talk about Mina.
So while all of this is happening, Scratch comes out of the cat room running as fast as he can. He does 3 laps around the bar, and then he just stops in the middle of the floor and says, "Sorry, mon amis. I had a case of the zoomies."
So you can try to persuade an NPC. That's a charm roll.
Okay, good, because charm is my speciality.
Okay, so you're going to roll 2d6.
Okay.
Take the sum and add your charm, and 10 or better is ideal. At minimum, you want 7 or better to get anything.
Okay.
Kyle, can I assist him in this? Elwood also knew Mina.
So you can help or interfere with a vagabond. In this case, it'd be help. If you help, you mark exhaustion and add a +1 or -2 to the other person's roll. So in this case, it'd be a +1.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
So mark an exhaustion, and Corey gets a +1.
Okay.
In addition to whatever bonuses he has.
Yeah, I got +2 in charm, so that's a +3 total. God, if I
Okay.
can pick up these dice, they're heavy. Whew. I rolled a 5, so +3, I got an 8.
Okay, so that's between a 7 and 9. So you get a success, but there's going to be a cost.
She takes a finger.
So on a 10, they see things your way. On a 7 and 9, they aren't sure. So Weeks looks around. I don't know who's asking. And she's basically asking for a bribe. So if you want to find out about Mina, you can mark a depletion to signify you're paying her off, paying weeks off. Or you can just not do that and learn nothing.
Xander has a move called Desperate Smile. By begging, pleading, or abasing yourself.
So I'll tell you what. So I would let you use that here to try to overcome her reticence. However, I'll tell you up front, if you don't get a hit, meaning 10 or better, the bribe is doubled. So you can either pay a lesser bribe now or take that risk, double down, basically, if you wish, with your desperate smile.
Okay, I will Desperate Smile at her.
Which it's a possum, so I'm sure it's just this nightmare jigsaw of teeth.
Xander basically, like, gets real serious looking at him, being like, Lady, Mina Goshawk was the only love I've ever felt in this fucking world. And she broke up with me. And I didn't even do nothing. nothing serious. Yeah, I stole from her. But she had shiny things that I liked, like her earrings and tennis bracelet. And
It is okay, mon ami. Whomst among us has not done that?
yes, and I usually get forgiven or shot at. But I just want to make things right. So if you can help me find Mina, I'll give you this Xanax I found in a dumpster.
So roll your desperate smile.
Okay, so it's a charm roll. Rolled a 10, rolled a 8. My charm is +2, so I got the 10.
Nice. Oh, God, you're Xander. Yeah, she's talked about you. She's in town.
Does she still love me?
Look, I'll tell you where you can find her. I don't really want to get all roped up in that. She's in
Nest.
Yeah, she's in her nest up in the Goshawk home. I'm sure you know how to get there if you dated her. Good luck, kid.
Thank you so much. And do you know if she's gotten any new like bracelets or anything?
I don't know. She's in here quite a lot, actually. She spends a lot of her time talking to Usha.
Yeah, she's a bit of a lush.
Well, actually, she's become kind of an activist for mouse rights, but okay.
Hey, one more thing before we go. Does this bar give away matches?
She takes the box of matches and slides it under the bar. No. You're way too excited when you ask that. So the three of you leave the beer barrel, slightly inebriated, not drunk. Of course, Scratch is high out of his mind on catnip.
Yes.
Can we go by the dumpster?
Sure, yeah,
Okay.
you go by the dumpster at Patton Sport House.
Hey guys, there's still a bean left in this can. Party!
What does Scratch and Elwood do while Xander is rolling around in the dumpster like...
Scratch sprays it.
Hey, I found an Adderall. Yeah,
I'll take it.
I'll split it with you.
Elwood's going to look around, and so having played here as a child, I'm sure he probably knows a few ways of getting around the Goshawk residence without being detected.
Sure.
So I'd love to see if he can spot any of his old kind of play paths to maybe go talk to Mina as a group, not alone. but-
Sure.
Xander, when you are done rooting through the trash, let me know so I can set it on fire.
I think I accidentally ate a battery.
So, Austin, I figure you would know a way. It would not be straightforward, so it's likely something that would require a roguish feat,
Okay.
which those are acrobatics, blindside, counterfeit, disable device, hide, pick lock, pickpocket, sleight of hand, or sneak. Which one most sounds like the way you would get into Mina's rooms without people knowing?
So we'll say sneak.
Sneak. Okay. So is everybody sneaking?
Just right after I set this trumpster on fire.
Yeah. You guys quickly get out of there after the fire starts to spread out of control.
Wait, I'm still in here.
Oh, sorry, my
Hey, I
friend.
found a piece of cheese.
So, Todd, if you wanted to help Austin on his sneak roll, which represents the whole group sneaking into
Yes.
the Goshawk residence, you could mark exhaustion to help him from the dumpster fire.
I will help my ami.
Wait, isn't it your nature and you clear your exhaustion when you burn something?
I do.
Okay, I'll just let you give him a +1 for free then, because you burned something.
Kick ass.
Cool.
Could Corey then help?
If he wishes, yeah.
Sure.
So you can just mark it exhaustion and give him a +1.
Okay.
Okay. So then I've got +2.
Sure. And this is sneak.
All right. Rolling 2d6. All right. I got a 10.
This way, mon ami. And I turn around and stick my butt in Austin's face.
So the three of you take a lesser-known tree stairwell that goes up to part of the Goshawk residence, slip through some servants' hallways, and into not a secret door, but a lesser-used door into Mina's apartments, which the Goshawks are high nobility. So it's a palace, sprawling, right?
Yeah.
And so her apartments are a dozen rooms
like
in
a
one
tree
particular tree. Yeah. You're slipping through the darkened corridors, and you come out on a balcony. You're in the shadows of it, and below there's this large, looks like an old ballroom. There's furniture, table and chairs covered in white tarps. One of the tables is uncovered, and you can see Mina Goshawk, this vibrantly red hawk, hunkered over the table, full of maps, and there's a dozen mice around it as well. All of them are armed in bits of ragged armor, and they're looking over these maps of what you assume is the clearing, Pelaniki. So after a while, it becomes clear that this is a meeting of the Woodland Alliance, a loose collection of revolutionaries and definitely not terrorists that oppose the Marquis de Cat and the Erie, discussing how to defend the glade against an Erie advance.
We're here to kill her father, correct?
Correct.
Is that the job? Okay.
And you're quite certain her father would definitely not be part of the Woodland Alliance. While the Goshawks have been relatively neutral between the fighting between the Cats and the Erie dynasties, they definitely are not leaning towards rabble. What are you guys doing?
Hey, Mina?
The room just goes dead quiet. And then there's a flurry as a dozen mice reach for swords. Mina turns around, crossbow. You can see the jaw drop.
Hey there.
What the fuck are you guys doing here? And you hear one of the mice, it's a fucking cat. So they're very tense.
Whoa. I'm an ex-boyfriend. I stole some shit. I'm sorry. So, hey.
Bonjour. My name is Scratch. Please, do not be frightened, my furry snacks. I mean you no harm.
Then Mina raises her hand. It's okay. Put your weapons away. I don't know about the cat, but these other two are, well, one of them is cool, and she looks at Elwood. The other is kind of a piece of fucking shit.
Yeah, but not on purpose.
What do you mean on purpose?
You know what I've been through.
My grandmother had one set of pearl earrings.
Yeah, but you know what happened. You know why I'm like this when my entire family was killed by that minivan.
I love the idea that this is not actually a long time ago, but just right now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, family tragedy. I guess I'll go rob a bank. What?
What if a kid with a BB gun took out your whole family? How would you feel?
I don't know. I wouldn't steal my beloved girlfriend's family heirlooms.
Yeah, I didn't do it on purpose. Anyway, I'm here to make it up to you.
Yeah, there were a lot of things you didn't do on purpose.
Well,
Why are you here?
I told you that was the first time that had ever happened.
Excuse me, Elwood, am I the only one who is very uncomfortable?
Some of the mice are saying, we could go if you want us. We could just wait in the other room.
I can make it up to you, Mina. I'm here to make amends.
Okay, do you want to try to persuade her that you're here to make amends and
Sure.
you're not a total piece of shit?
Sure.
All right, that sounds like persuade an NPC to me.
What would I be rolling here?
Persuade is charm. You
Charm?
rolled it before on weeks.
Yeah, I have a +2 in charm, so... Look, I'm pleading, I'm begging here. Just forget about every bad thing I've ever done. And I'm not even gaslighting you here. I'm cool now. I thought about it.
Roll your dice.
I got a 7.
So on a 7 and 9 on persuade, they aren't sure.
Well, you're going to have to prove it.
Okay.
First off, tell me why you're with these two. Well, Elwood's cool, but what's that fucking cat doing here? Is he a spy?
And the mice are crowding around. Yeah, it's definitely a fucking spy.
Zutalor, I am no spy.
So the cost here, if you want to get back in her good graces, you roll a 7 and 9. So the cost would be you have to tell her actually why you're here, and then she'll like you.
To tell her that we're here to murder her father?
Well, okay, so let me rephrase. Your original intent was to get her to try to take you back, right?
Sorta. I mean,
Sorta.
not really. I mean, he's using that to get information from her, to get back in her good graces to get information, because that's why we're here, right?
Oh, really? So we should have rolled trick an NPC, really?
Well.
Scratch is going to step forward.
Okay.
Listen to me, Shelly.
It's Mina.
I know you have no reason to trust me. I am a cat.
Right.
You are a bird. But you are a beautiful bird.
Well,
If I could, I would sweep you up into my arms and carry you away to the Casbah.
Do you want to seduce her right in front of her boyfriend and friend?
Yes.
Okay.
But let me tell you why I am really here. There is no time for love. No time for l'amour. For I am here to eat treats and start fires. And I am all out of treats.
So are you trying to trick her, basically?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is your cunning.
Oh, God. My cunning is a -1.
Oh.
Even better.
All right, here we go. I rolled a 4.
Nice. You hear, okay, that's it. Get him! And the mice charge. Running up steps up to the balcony. You guys, there's this confused scuffle for a few minutes. They tumble Scratch over the balcony. He's hanging by his claws. Kill the cat! Kill the cat!
Wait.
You guys finally get the mice calmed down, but Todd, you take an injury. So you guys are pulling the mice away from knocking. Remember, you're up on a balcony and knocking Scratch off, to a fall that would at least be worse than the beating he's already taken. Mina is yelling, trying to calm the mice as well.
Wouldn't I land on my feet?
Well.
I mean, yeah. The situation gets calmed down. The mice get pushed back. You guys pull Scratch up. But you're still in a bad situation. Amina is demanding, why are you here? What do you want? This can't be some attempt at a love connection. You bring a frickin' psycho arsonist, and, well, I like you, Elwood.
Mina, here's the truth. We know that you and Kellum are both back in town. You're both arguing for different sides of this conflict. And we're just here to help settle this conflict with your father and help him pick a side.
which side?
Whichever one we think is right.
Okay, so roll your trick and NPC. It's your cunning.
Okay, I have +0 in cunning.
It went very well when Scratch tried it.
I'm going to roll one of my new metal die.
Yay.
Nice.
Rolled a 10.
Sweet.
And of course, you're going to tell him he needs to support the Woodland Alliance, and we need to make the Glade independent, right?
Well, that sounds very reasonable.
I'll do whatever you tell me to do.
So you guys have convinced Mina that you're here to help in some capacity, and she brings you into her confidence to a degree. She doesn't fully trust you because Xander stole a lot of things from her, and one of you is a cat.
Yeah.
If it makes you feel any better, I don't have any of the money I used to fence that stuff anymore.
It doesn't.
Gambled it.
You're not helping. I appreciate you thinking you're helping.
Oh.
So they have been planning for how to defend the Glade in the event that they can persuade Herc to declare neutrality. And so they believe that the Glade Guard will stay loyal. They're only worried about Callum, and there is an Erie ambassador in town with his own troops. Not a large body, but some soldiery named Count Dridge. And he has a group of men with it, birds, called his Erie Guard. So they were, planning how to neutralize them and then prepare to defend the town against what would definitely be an attempt to conquer it by the Erie dynasty.
Yeah, that sounds like a great plan. What can we do to help?
First off, we have to persuade my father to declare independence, which he's been reluctant to do.
Well, we'll help you no matter what, because I'm pathetic. Hey, say, while we're speaking of that, I heard Callum's in town.
Yeah, he's back.
What do you think about that?
Well, we're kind of on opposite sides of the thing, so,
Should I set him on fire?
I mean, he's still my brother, but if you set Count Dridge on fire, that would be great.
That is the Owl Ambassador from the Erie dynasties.
Do you want us to talk to Callum? He always liked me, I think.
I don't think he did. Actually, no, I'm pretty sure he hated you.
That's because I stole his baseball mitt.
I didn't know that, but
Well, he always liked me. The three of us used to play together when we were children. Mina, do you want us to talk to Callum?
well, I mean, what do you want to talk to him about? I mean, I look, he's drinking all the Erie Dynasty Kool-Aid. I don't think you could talk him out of it, but maybe you could.
Yeah,
you can try.
It's surprising to me that the two of you have drifted so far apart. Okay, so Kyle, what I'd love to do is kind of read into her intentions here.
Well, there is a move that fits that pretty well. It's called Figure Somebody Out. If you make the roll, you get to ask some questions like, is your character telling the truth? What is your character really feeling? What do they intend to do? What do they wish I'd do? Or what do you wish I'd do? How do I get your character to do blank? So you could dig down and see, I guess, Mina's commitment level here.
Okay, so I have charm +2. It's an 8.
So it's a 7 and 9, so you only get to one of those questions.
Okay. So then, Mina, if there were not any obstacles in the way, if we could accomplish anything to help you, what do you wish it would be?
She would want you to frame the Erie Dynasty for some horrible atrocity to foment popular opinion against them.
Yeah, maybe something like murdering your pops.
She seems shocked by that. But no, I mean, yes, I guess that would do it, but no.
Okay. Oh.
He is.
I love joking.
He is. Trust me, he is only kidding. Meanwhile, I heard my friend Elwood mention the underbelly. I roll over on my back. Would anyone like to rub my underbelly? It's very floofy.
One of the mice approaches with a warhammer.
Does anybody want to ride on my underbelly?
One weird mouse raises his hand. Shut up, Patrick. You don't want to do that. He's weird.
All right, so I think we've accomplished all we can here for right now.
So, are you guys going to depart the Goshhawk residence? Or at least Mina's apartments in it?
I believe so. Do you know where Callum might be?
He's, of course, in his rooms. It's essentially 2 trees over. So getting to that part would be a different infiltration roll, essentially, a different roguish feat. Because there's a lot of servants and guards in between those 2 parts of the palace. So what would be the purpose of going to meet with Callum?
Basically to meet with everybody we possibly can, because I feel like the more people we're familiar with in this, the easier it'll be to make the assassination more questionable as to who actually did it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, even just creating doubt. Like, even if people know that we're the ones that murdered the mayor.
Who are you working for?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so the more people we meet with, the more questions it'll create.
Sure, let's do it.
So how are you going to, again, sneak into Callum's place like you did Mina's?
Yeah, can I use pick lock and find like some back way through the servants' quarters or something like that?
Using Elwood's knowledge from his childhood, yeah.
Okay, I do that.
So pick lock, that's finesse.
Have +0 in finesse. That's a 7.
You guys slip through, again, using servants' corridors and Elwood's knowledge of the Goshhawk residence. You slip through mostly unseen. There is one side entrance to Callum's apartments. You go through 14 lockpicks, snapping one off at the end, but when you finally get it open, there's just a bunch of broken lockpicks jammed in the lock.
So, porcupine.
Mark a depletion on your equipment.
Okay.
And you get inside and you slip down these darkened hallways, sneak up to the outside of a dining room, and inside are Callum, who is a blue feathered bird of prey, and Count Dridge, you assume, this puffed up, ostentatious owl with a monocle, of course, are dining. Some of what you assume are the well-armed Erie guard placed about the room.
Hey, Callum, over here. It's me, Xander. I used to pork your sister.
Do you say this as you're walking in, or?
Yeah.
So the Erie guard come immediately to attention, lowering halberds.
Whoa. Slow down there, Woodsy. We're on the level.
Callum. Elwood calls out kind of from across the room.
Count Dridge raises an eyebrow. Callum stands up. Elwood?
Hello, old friend.
Xander?
Yeah, it's me, Xander.
And a fucking cat?
Yeah, he's cool, though. It's cool. It's cool.
How did you guys get in here?
We can appear anywhere where we're needed, just like when you and me were kids.
That was a long time ago. I'm sorry, Count Dridge. These are some. Well, Elwood was a childhood friend. Xander is one of my sister's ex-paramours. And this is a cat, apparently.
Bonjour. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Scratch, although I am thinking of changing it to Wing.
Well,
Count Dridge stands up. well met. And he responds in perfect cat.
ooh.
Know the enemy. Come, cat. Sit next to me. Pull up a chair. We're having fish.
Merci.
Can I have the bones?
Of course.
The best part.
All right.
People throw them out. I eat them.
Callum, you should have invited your friends. Please sit down. Such exemplary fellows. And you can tell the Count's kind of like poking fun at the fact that you guys are just, pieces of shit.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
From outside the clearings. Callum, okay, yeah, please sit down, I guess.
Well, Callum, your friend seems happy to see us. What about you?
It's good to see you, Elwood. I'm glad you're doing well after your time out in the wilds.
Upon sitting down at the table, Scratch immediately knocks silverware off.
One after the other.
Slowly.
There's a serving mouse in the corner just sighing.
Well, when I heard you came back to talk to your father, Callum, I thought it might be a good time for me to come back as well.
How is your old dad?
He's fine.
And how goes negotiations with him?
Oh, quite well, quite well. Which faction of you lads aligned yourselves with?
We're in the fun faction. We just like having a good time.
Yes.
That is right. We are non-political.
Of course. And the Count's eyes kind of cut to one of the Erie Guard, and two of them like step forward and just are like, their halberds are ready. But if you were aligned to a faction, which one would it be?
The one you're on. Probably.
So, would you like to trick him?
Well, we're kind of stupid. So the thing is, hey, we'll switch our political alliance at any moment. We're like the American people. We're just here to vote against our best interests.
Well, I would consider us to be just lowly denizens who are very capable and can give some support to whatever faction might like to support us.
Okay, so, yeah, you can try to trick him, convincing him that you're neutral or possibly swayable.
Okay.
Is anybody helping?
I will assist my ami.
Perfect. Thank you.
Scratch is assisting.
And this is cunning.
Yeah. It's an 8.
So he's going to overreact. You're going to get a +1 forward against him in the future, the Count, which I'm not exactly sure what a forward is. I don't think it details it in the quick start, but what I'm going to say is that you just get a +1 if you have another social
Anytime
test.
we're rolling against him.
Yeah,
Okay.
any kind of social test against him, Count Dridge, you get a +1.
Cool.
So it says, excellent, more allies. We needed this, Callum. And he reaches over and he elbows Callum in the side. And Callum, yeah, of course. We can use these folks. Plausible deniability, expendable. I love it.
What can we do for you?
How do you feel about murdering some mice?
Yeah,
Excellent. I knew I liked you, Possum.
it's a good times over here is what I do, yeah.
I'll have a bowl of ticks sent to you.
No.
So we need a mice murdered. Osha Russell, troublemaker, radical dissident, part of this woodland alliance. She's old and elderly, seemingly feeble, but she's really a rabble-rouser. A desperado.
Why do you want her killed?
Because she wants to rise up against the Erie dynasty, and we can't have that. Birds of a feather and all.
Callum, how do you feel about all this? Isn't Mina part of the whole woodland alliance?
Dridge and Callum look at each other, and Callum says, no, of course she's not. That would be ridiculous.
Oh, okay, sorry. I'm a stupid thing.
Mina
I think I'm a marsupial.
Mina would... Yeah, North America's only marsupial.
Yeah.
Callum says, Mina would never consort with that sort.
Yeah, that's true. Did you know that I'm immune to most snake venoms?
I didn't know. Very useful.
Yeah, if you need me to fight a snake, I'll do it.
Also, my ami is also immune to rabies.
That's true. It's a fact.
Well, look,
Oid.
this mouse, Osha Russell, she uses the beer barrel as where she plans her putches.
We've been there.
Well, did you know the ground? Yeah, yes. She goes there frequently, and they consort, whispering with their little teeth and their tiny, freakish fingers. The mice, you know. She'll go there and stick a sword in her, or run it down, whichever you prefer.
Scratch says, I will burn this place to the ground for you.
Well, we could try many things. Are you looking for genocide or what? You just want one mouse killed, right?
Ideally just the one, but you know, they're all the same to me.
Oh, yeah.
Scratch pulls out his cherished mouse steel spark lighter. This is a mouse steel spark lighter. It was given to me by my mentor many, many years ago.
Well, I like the cut of your jib, cat.
Boys, why don't y'all go over details with the count? Can Elwood pull Callum to the side?
Sure.
My big question, what's a jib?
Meanwhile, Elwood is talking to Callum.
Callum, now, are you actually unaware that Mina is working with the Woodland Alliance?
That's ridiculous. Even for you, Elwood. You always were silly. That's stupid. She's a goshawk.
Look at my face, Callum.
I can't not look at it. You're a badger. You're massive.
And tell me I'm lying to you.
Okay, you can try to persuade him that that's the case, that Mina is part of the Woodland Alliance.
Okay.
But apparently he does not know anything about that.
Okay. Is this charm?
Yup.
Okay.
Or,
Plus 2.
or intimidation. Either
Plus
way.
2. All right, it's a 9.
It's ridiculous, Elwood. Unless you have some actual proof and you bring it to me, I refuse to believe such nonsense. So you're hustled out of the Goshawk Palace after this meeting is over. It is much later in the day. Evening is wearing on.
So, fellas, what do you think here? Should we kill this mouse? It would certainly put us in the good graces. I feel like we're trusted by everyone. But we can double up on trust by killing a mouse. They're a vermin.
I don't know if I want to kill the mouse.
Well, it's a socially acceptable thing. It's like you never see possum traps or cat traps, but mice traps, they sell them at Kroger.
Now, the Woodland Alliance would be, the faction Mina's a part of. If you are going to try to remain conspicuously neutral to throw off who you are actually working for, assassinating the leader of the Woodland Alliance might lead to some non-ambiguous.
Yeah, this isn't like some nobody that's a part of the rebellion. This is
No, but what I am
figure.
What I am saying is we kill lead figures on both sides.
Let's kill everybody.
It will create chaos, and I am nothing if not an agent of the chaos.
Yeah, let's kill everybody.
So,
Okay, well, since the plan is now kill everybody, I think we'll end here this week.
Okay.
We've expanded from the original assassination to apparently just taking out all the powers
We have an arsonist.
of Pelaniki Glade. So I thought this was going to be one session, but they decided to expand to violence against all factions.
I will burn the city to the ground.
That's merely a suggestion, Kyle. Yeah, I say that kind of shit all the time.
Oh, okay.
Like, not even on the podcast.
Yeah, I've been meaning to talk about it. You don't need to say that when our phones are on. So what do you guys think about the system so far?
That's fun.
yeah, I really like
It's
this.
very simple. I mean, I enjoy the simplicity of it.
It's very fucking simple.
The older I get, the more I like the rules light stuff.
Oh, yeah. Anything narrative
Yeah, because
forward.
time is slipping away. We're going to be dead soon.
Yeah, 5-6 years tops.
Yeah, that's why I
mean-
want to kill everyone.
Thank you to our sponsor, Barrel and Bond.
Thank you, Barrel and Bond.
Yes, home of bourbon.
Yeah, I saw a possum in the bathroom the other day.
Yeah. It is a lovely bar in
friendly.
downtown Paducah, First Street by the river.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have 2 new barrel picks right now that you can only get at Barrel and Bond. They have a Wilderness Trail bourbon
Wilderness.
and a
Tie-in to our game today.
Well, there we go. Look at that. And
Jokes.
Wilderness Trail Rye. They are both delicious, and you can get them only at Barrel and Bond.
Yeah, and when I say there's a possum in the bathroom,
Yes.
it's a good thing because it keeps the venomous snakes away
Very true.
that are
right.
also in the bathroom.
And special thanks to Norse Foundries for sending us dice. They're not
Yes.
sponsors.
Yes, thank you again, Eric. And I know you and some of your other gamer pals are patrons, and that's very much appreciated. We had lots of Patreon subscribers on the game today.
Couple, of course, Herc, because
Herc
it's
Oarsman
just
is. We're contractually obligated.
Sean Weeks.
Yep.
And Patrick was mentioned in passing. Padden.
Yep, Patrick Ball was included.
Kevin Padden, also, thank you, sir.
Kevin Padden, yeah.
And if you didn't already catch it, make sure you don't miss the Fluff and Crunch side of our crossover with Fluff and Crunch podcast. We played Conan on our podcast in an adventure written by those guys. And then Kyle went on and talked about how it went on their show.
Yeah. It was a fun episode to record. Basically, I disclosed all your private information.
Yeah.
For you guys, and I believe they're going to splash that on Twitter.
Cool.
Oh, they already did.
Oh.
My money's all gone.
Yeah. Fluff and docs.
But it's a great podcast. If you're into 2D20 systems, highly recommend it.
Yeah, Conan switching teams this week, apparently. Conan's going to a different publisher.
Yeah. A bit of industry news. Apparently, Modifius has reached the end of their contractual obligation with the Conan license and
sold it to Tesla.
Weird. It's apparently getting pulled back by the owner, and it's going to be going to another RPG company. I don't know who or if and when any new Conan system will come out. I believe the Conan RPG has sold pretty well for Modifius. I know they sold out, anecdotally, of basically all their Conan books at Gen Con.
Oh, wow.
Thank God, though, we still have access to the Conan O'Brien RPG.
Yep, we're playing
we
that
will be playing
soon.
that soon, yes.
The Andy Richter roll's overpowered.
Yeah.
But thank you for listening. Thank you to all our Patreon members. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yep. We'll be back next week with animal murder, apparently.
Yeah. Next week, apparently just violence.
Lots of fire.
Well,
And then after that, we're going to play a game called Zhengsha, which is a Chinese restaurant RPG. And after that, we're going to play Transformers.
yep, Transformers, and we've got some other cool games on the way that we bought with your Patreon generous money.
Is being well spent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For those of you that liked G.I. Joe, keep your eye out.
Yeah, same system from Renegade,
Yeah.
but with robots that turn into cars.
In case if you were in the dark on what a Transformer is, there's one guy. I didn't get it until now.
Oh, you mean like GoBots?
Thank you very much. I'm Kyle.
I'm Todd.
Corey.
I'm Austin.